Good evening and welcome to the Darkmom Consortium Chicago style, because I am obviously, well, not obviously, but I'm clearly not where I usually am. Yeah, I'm back in Chicago in the hellhole that is my office for the moment, which everything's in the wrong place, so just bear with me for a day while I'm trying to figure this all out. Let's see, does that look okay over there? Yeah, it looks okay, not fabulous. Different monitors, so different size imaging. That's okay. Okay, that's how it's going to have to be, folks. Maybe. Get a little bit off the bottom. Nope, we're good. We are good. Okay, let me go over and figure out Discord. At least that's easy. All right, we are up. We are running. We are live. I'm back in Chicago for the next couple of days. Maybe. I'm not sure about tomorrow. Yeah, Chicago. Oh, it's Chicago because that's not in Canada. Oh, you got it. GSQ, Abram, hi. Thank you both very much for being here. So yeah, I drove back from Indy to Chicago yesterday. I went via Bloomington, Illinois. So here's Indianapolis, here's Chicago. I went this way, then that way. So did the 300-mile trip version of the 200-mile trip. But I got to do 612s, and I got to do all kinds of really fun arm bars and beat up some of my friends. So aside from being really, really sore today, it was a really good day. You've been waiting for my stream for like 3 months? Hold on, we did a stream this morning. I set the alarm for 4 o'clock so I'd have enough time to get everything out of the car, because I got in like at 11 last night, and got the big computer out of the car, but nothing else, and then was up at 4 hauling everything up while making coffee and thinking, okay, I've got everything done. Shoot, don't have the cameras done, don't have the lights done. Can't appreciate it, but there's a bag behind me. That's the new microphone, since mine's been being weird. Well, get up earlier then. Which, no, this begs the question, since I'm going to be back in Chicago starting in July-ish, June-ish, July-ish, do we want to start doing the show a little bit later in the evening? So instead of like right now, so right now it's 6 o'clock here in Chicago. Normally this would be 7 o'clock in Indy. Do we want to start an hour later? Do we want to stay with the times where they are? Let me know. Let me know your preferences, and we can go from there. Oops, let's get out of there. Let's see, what else do I need to do? So, because I've only got the one monitor, the second monitor is in the budget for probably next week. So we're running this all off of Twitch over here. So I should be able to see everybody's comments in Twitch, I hope. But apparently not. That's weird. Why can't I see everybody's comments? Well, that's interesting. I can see the show, but I can't see the chat lines. From. Let's see if we do that instead.
Hello, Mom.
Hi! Oh, there everybody is. Now I can see your comments. Yay! Hi, how are you doing?
I'm hanging in there.
That doesn't sound positive. Why are you just hanging in there?
My voice is a little distorted because there's sinuses and other things happening.
Oh my god, yeah, I was in Indy yesterday, and the weather forecast was pollen. Seriously. AccuWeather for the zip code I'm in, and it's high pollen today. Doesn't tell me the temperature, winds, anything else. And yeah, by the time I got to work, I had lost my voice. I was sneezing and sniffling, and bleh, not a great day.
Yeah, my day didn't start out like this.
Oh, well, I hope it started out better. Yeah, it is the hang in there kitty poster some of the days. Though, now that I'm here in Chicago, hopefully in a cleaner room by the end of the week, my 2 hellspawns should come around visiting. Fifi will probably come through. But Errol rarely comes upstairs. He's an older boy, and it's kind of hard for him to come up the stairs. Unless there's a thunderstorm, and then he'll be underneath the desks going, nope. So, sorry I wasn't around yesterday, but like I said, I was busy beating up people and being beaten up, and in decent shape, Last night was kind of painful. Today's not too bad. Of course, I've been doing ibuprofen all day. So we currently are, I think, at 13 entries for the 2 absent friends. Let me just double check that. We had a couple of duplicates. But we still honored everybody trying to do them, so, well, we'd like to have more. Different names. There we go. And yes, I have some work to do on the website. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 13 as a guest. So we have Make-A-Wish, Wounded Warrior, Child's Play, Damien Center in Indianapolis, Disabled American Veterans, the Kidney Foundation, National Multiple Sclerosis Society, Epilepsy Foundation, Doctors Without Border, Save.org, sickkids.ca, that's the Canada one, University of Southern California, Anton Yelchin Cystic Fibrosis Clinic at Keck Hospital of USC, try saying that one fast, and the Autism Society of North Carolina. So we've had a few. So I used to work for a company called Fresenius Medical Care, and our division was the Extracorporeal Alliance. So the name tag was like, and then they closed my division, so now I work at a company with 7 letters in the name, which is a lot easier to put on a business card. Let's just double check that. Yep, that's where we are still at with our 13, so yay! Thank you all for putting in names. Well, you have to be beaten up in order to do the beating. I actually outranked my teacher yesterday, but I would never even think of trying to say that I know more than he does, because one, he probably knows a lot more than I do. He's been doing it as many years as I have. It's just that he actually spent part of his time, in college and in the Army. I was going to say he was in the Navy, but he was in the Army. And, doing the real world self-defense, where I was just doing it in a classroom. But I can hold my own to an extent, but I always learn something new. So one of the things with defending yourself is getting your hands up in front of your face. Because one puts your hands in front of your face, which is a good idea. Second thing is it's got the outer part of your forearms up in case somebody decides to do something. It's easier to block it if your hands are already there. But if you leave your hands open and you go, oh, please don't hit me, people think you're scared, and then they sometimes weaken up their fights. I call it the prayer defense. Oh, please, God, don't kill me. And it works pretty well, too. So what shall we do today? Oh, there you are.
They finally figured out their server problems for people.
Oh, no worries. I have no end of problems. Let's see.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm sending you a private message in Discord.
I'm looking at it, yes. I will put it in there.
I haven't.
Well,
Yet.
okay, I do have an alternate prize if you can't do the codes, so don't worry. That's why if you put it in officially, then I will track it. Because, we might give a special prize out to everybody at the end. So yes, I will have a second one. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm really surprised nobody had suggested that one yet. And I know somebody had mentioned it in chat, but they didn't put it in writing. But we're starting to get some suggestions from people outside of the fleet, which is really what we had wanted to do. So, yay, I will put that in the list, and I will send you something that you can use. I do have alternate prizes, but I still have 67 of these. I didn't want to come out here on the off chance that I stay here longer than a week and not be able to send out codes. I had to send out a bunch this morning. So, here are the codes. Oh, the front of the codes. Because if I showed you the back, you'd know what they were. Let's see, something from Sav there. Let's see what that was. Okay, so 2 different computers now. So I've got 2 different mice, but they're identical mice, which is really annoying, so I have to remember which one's which.
So, I read your mail. What's happening at the academy?
Oh, okay, the academy. Hang on a second. Let me switch this around here. Let me do this. Let me change that real quick.
Working on my Jem'Hadar, that's a strike group.
Okay.
Trying to get up my provisions.
Federation or Klingon Jem'Hadar?
My Federation.
Okay. So let me show you. Let me jump over to... I didn't even know this was going on. And Lexers saw it, so all credit to Lexers. I like it. It says, my username is invalid. No, it's not. There we go.
Looking at my fleet details of providing my input on the fleet on my Gemidor, so to get that 45K.
45K for the contributions?
Yeah.
25K for 30 days and 100K for the other one, but pretty easy.
Yeah. I don't even know, honestly, if you could tell me how I could look to see what I got.
Sure, I will show you right now. Which fleet?
Strike Group. On
okay. So Starfleet Strike Group.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we're going to talk about a couple of really important things. But first thing here is to see what you've got in donations. You know where your mini map is in the upper right-hand corner? Hang on one second here while I jump back over to Twitch.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you know what? It'll work better if I do this. There we go. That's so much better, isn't it? Okay, so up in the upper right-hand corner, upper right-hand corner where the mini map is, on the bottom row of tabs, there's one that's actually the Your Fleet tab. You know where that one is?
Yeah.
Okay, it's this one that I'm going over right now. I don't know if you can see it very well. Let's see if I can make it bigger just for a moment. Nope. Okay, so on the bottom row, you've got the Zen store, you've got the Lithium store, you've got duty officers, you've got TFOs, and the last one is Your Fleet. Click on Your Fleet.
Okay.
Okay, click on Roster. So it should look something like mine is right now.
Hold on.
What are those 67 things? 67 things.
Yes.
Okay, so you'll see the top row says name, fleet rank, career rank, location, LFT, looking for team, and member comments. Do you have those?
Yeah, I'm using a different fleet because I'm on a different character, but
process works the same. There should be a little down arrow at the end of member comments. It brings up these selections. Look at the one that says overall holding contribution.
Oh, okay.
That tells you what people have donated to the fleet.
Okay.
So that's what we use. Now, that's what you've donated to the fleet. That may or may not correspond to what you've got in fleet credits. I.e., if I go and look at my fleet credits, my current fleet credits are 1 million, but it says I've contributed 9 million to the fleet. Bearing in mind I've been here a long time. That's because I've spent 8 million fleet credits somewhere over the years. But that's what I've got to spend is the 1 million. This is what I've contributed. And this will only go up. It will never go down. So when I'm looking at this, I can look at everybody that's in there, and I can scroll through and see, who in here has donated 25,000? Oh, there's Mike Andrews who's donated. Let's promote Mike. And scroll a bit more, and that person's donated. And scroll a little bit more, and then these people are now lieutenants. So when you're a lieutenant, we're looking for contributions of 100,000. If you don't have a higher ranked officer here someplace. I swear I just saw Mike in here for 100. Mike, I swear you were in here. Mike, we barely knew you. There you are, Mike. So yeah, every now and then, like whenever I think about it, we'll go through and bloop, 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 bloop. But you might see somebody here that's a lieutenant with 0 credits earned. It's probably because he's got other officers in this fleet who've already made it up to a higher rank, and they automatically make it to the protected level, though he actually should be up at the next level. Okay, so let me jump over here. Actually, Abram, we have to jump back to that. Abram says, and then when the other person drops their guard, you hit them with the right hook? Never. Right hooks take too long to get there. You're broadcasting that one. That's when you use your jab, that forward technique. But if you're really smart, while that jab's coming out, you're kicking their kneecap off. Because, you know, that's what you do. I'm really good at kicking. I do a kicking style. My school doesn't teach kicking, but my instructor, and I did it from a kicking school for years. Armor is interesting in that it has a clicky power. Blah, blah, blah. Eating. More of the players have played the Pavo cues, and thus when you pug, you know you're going with people who know what they're doing. This is true, but. You don't have to play with anybody. You can AFK Pavo really easily if you're not in the mood to do it. So go into private. Pavo Dissension. It will take you into the beginning one. All you have to do is go to the 5 stations and activate the crystals and just lay down and wait for it to finish. So you get in for a minute and 30 seconds or so, and then you're done. Come back 15 minutes later. All done. Okay, so somebody was just talking about the event down at the Academy. So there's an event at Kronos Academy, and there's an event at Starfleet Academy. And they've changed this over the years, if I remember correctly. But we'll take a look here. Well, yeah, Particle Hunt is back, yes. Okay, so it's called the Particle Hunt. I don't see it here, though. Oh, yeah, there they are. Okay. So you're going to come over and talk to this guy, Professor Meyer. And it's Junior Officer Appreciation Event. We're going to accept it. And you're going to look around for these little light blue thingies over here. Okay? And you're going to scan them. So, before we do that, let's see if it gives me the clue, because I never remember this one. Let's see. Well, that doesn't help me. Mar Hawkman, what is it? You're going to scan. You're going to scan it, and it's going to say it is. Oh, well. Eventually, you'll get one that doesn't collapse. Let's see if I can get one here. Particle collapsed. So there's a lot of running around for it. Particle collapsed. Okay, so this is isolated particles. We're going to start the collection. So isolated ones, you're going to have the choice of multiphasic scan or positron imaging scan. And I can't remember which one it is, so we're going to imagine for expanding particles that we're going to do multiphasic. We'll see. If it blows up, we did it wrong. Yay, expanding is multiphasic. Yay, I guessed right. That's one. And you're going to keep on doing this. And you just keep running around. The more you do it, the better your officer selection is.
Oh, I know what this is now.
Okay, so
the first time it happened a while back. It wasn't that long ago.
No, they did one not that long ago. Yeah. And so this one is dissipating. So the last one we did the multiphasic. Let's do the positron. Dissipating and positron. Yay! Yeah, as Mar Hawkman says, the event is very time-consuming, but useful if your player character needs more DOFs, which is true, and you don't have a lot of resources. Let's see if it'll do the other thing it occasionally does. Defend yourself in battle! You defend yourself, and you get prizes for it. Now, if you go down to Kronos to do this, you defend yourself a lot more often, and, well, there's no way to explain it other than it's much more fun down on Kronos. Much more fun. Let's see who's down there. Let's see. No, not Kethla. Yeah, let's see if Kethla's down there. She is. Good. We'll zip down to the academy here. So there's a lot more fighting down on Kronos than there is scanning in positron and multiphasic. Because, you know, it is Klingons. Let's see, Commander Batana, if I remember right, is down in by the exchange. Alright, so let's see if we can find one. There's a few places that I really like doing this. Up here near the vendors. If this works. Darn it. Let's see if this one works. Oh, this one's going to do collection. Okay, fine. Dissipating is positron. So sometimes when you get here, it'll ask you to defend yourself in battle. Which is great, because everybody who's standing around you, all the other NPCs will jump into the battle with you. I don't know about those guys. They're not Klingons. Let's see what happens over here. There we go. Let's see if anyone will jump in and join. Nope. So you run around and you do that. I think it's 25 for a common. Is that correct? Or is it like 10 for a common, 25 for a uncommon, 50 and 75, something like that. And it appears that we also have a loot weekend while we're at it. That's really interesting. I can look on the event NPC. What event NPC, pray tell? No, Abram. My homemade pizza is the best. I make very good homemade pizza. Event NPC.
Really good.
Yeah. My husband made hamburgers tonight, which, while not very exciting, was nice because I had to work for a good part of the day. Hey, Wolfie, how are you doing? The person you get the mission from. Thank you. So Wolfie's here. Ambassador or Commander Batana is not an NPC. She's a real character. Okay. Let's see. Nope. That's not helping me. Blah, 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 blah. That doesn't help me. Okay.
That's a mom challenge.
There we go. I have requested my Beck now, my assistant. Okay, so you can request an engineering, a science, or a tactical. When you do that, let's say we'll request tactical. And this person's going to follow me around. Well, if you can get down here, you can, well, there's probably nothing left at this point. I mean, there's only two of us. I'm not a huge fan of the ground event, this one, because it does take a huge amount of time to get the 75 that you need. But, you know, what the heck, it's fun if you got nothing else to do. Sorry about that. Yeah. Your selection of Beck does determine what you're going to get for your duty officer. It's not like you can just go back and... Event detail, here we go. Details, expanding, multiphasic, thank you. That's it. It doesn't give me numbers, though. As I said, not too critical. Hi, Osiris. Hola. I shall let my Bex sit around. Does anyone... Yeah, 75 is insane because it's easily an hour. But it is a purple DOF, so, I mean, it's not a freebie. I mean, it's a decent one. But you can easily work an hour plus to do it. There has to be a better way. Does anybody need to do anything? I'd say doing the Universal, we should team up for that one.
I have to do a Pavo someday. I
Part-
haven't done that yet.
Which one do you have to do?
The...
Pavo?
Yeah.
Do you want to do Pavo Ground or Pavo Space? Pavo Space, okay. You sure?
It don't matter. I don't care.
Space one's kind of boring in my opinion. Federation or KDF?
I'm on that.
You're on Fed. Okay, let me jump up there.
Clearance
Ooh.
recognition, Alpha 1.
Well, somebody just did something and I can't see it. Gosh darn, why can't I see it? Oh, I know why, because I'm not in Streamlabs. There's Streamlabs. Well, whoever just did something awesome, hi. Welcome. It's Sav. Sav subscribed. All hail Sav. All hail Sav. That's okay, Abram. There's a system in here that's the Unroth system. I always chuckle when I see that one. Yes, we want to log that character out. Thank you very much. Let's see. Who do we want to send off to Pavo Ground? Who would like to do a little Pavo Ground? I think I will send my Riemann over there. Obviously, I had New Romulus at the Outline, my absolute favorite one to do. Who would like to join us for Pavo Dissension? That's the ground one, if anyone. Did I see your message in Discord? Maybe. When did you send it? We did change who can slot projects. You're talking by basic, the ones that are straight out to lithium? No, that's not what I wanted. Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Well,
Give me 1 second here. If you're talking about the dilithium one, Saab, we've had this discussion with people many times, and it still keeps happening. Ooh. Which one do we have now? Wall Ruins. So how are you doing, Board King?
Good.
Good. I'm going to lay money that the person who was supposed to send you the design didn't send it to you, did he?
On Discord or where?
It would have been on Discord.
I did not get it.
Didn't think you did. Because I've been getting a bit of a song and a dance from him going... Okay, let me...
Okay, so for the Pavo Ground thing.
Yes.
Fed or KDF? Yeah.
Fed. I will harass somebody else then, Board King, because I have the feeling this guy is just kind of dismissing it, going, yeah, I can do it next week, whatever. So, I'll harass him, the other guy, tomorrow. Yeah, the trick, Sav, is figuring out who's doing it. I will send out a reminder to not slot them under dilithium for any reason, ever. Unless you're going to pay for it yourself. There you go. Ah, that's better.
So yesterday I got a tier 6 fish shipped from a lockbox.
Sweet!
But I just don't know which one I want to choose.
You don't have to choose it today. You could hang on to it and get it when you do decide.
Also, you can wait until they release something new and cool next year sometime.
Mm-hmm.
What's cool now?
That's a good question.
Anyways, I put an X in this.
Yes, I just sent you an invitation.
Oh, okay. It took a few.
I saw that the California class is in there.
Yes, it is. You can get yourself a Cerritos.
Or that Vulcan thing.
Or the Vulcan thing, yes.
Vulcan thing.
The new one.
Yeah, the latest one is a Vulcan cruiser for science.
The Cheval, Cheval, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
It's a nice looking ship.
See, my character is a Delta recruit. I'm one that's cheap to like the Delta quadrant type thing.
So you could do the Vodwar Astika, but that's a Lobby ship, but it's a really nice Lobby ship.
Well, there are several of the non-Vodwar Delta Quadrant ships, though, that are pretty cool looking. Although, well, some of the older T6 ships that are, Vobi or Infinity Box things are from those races that you barely encounter in the story. I'm trying to remember what Benthans.
Oh, yeah.
There's a Benthan ship in there that's they're really cool looking.
A what ship?
Benthan.
Never heard of them.
Oh, yes, you have. You've played Wanted Argala. They come out and deputize you.
Yeah, that's about the only thing they do in the story.
Isn't that the trash collectors?
No, you're thinking of the Dang it, I forgot the name.
Not the Malon. The Malon are the ones who.
That's the one I was thinking of. Okay.
Yeah, they're the ones who pollute everything.
The Malon are the ones that fly ships that literally look like garbage trucks.
Hey, Sav, I managed to turn off my Twitch, so let me know.
I personally find the Malon design aesthetic to be amusing and something that just for the variety is something interesting to have.
Well, everybody wants to have something. I want certain ships just because they're pretty. That's what I want them for. Sav, let me know which one you want to change and to what, and we can go from there. And we're not going to promote or change the title to Booby Officer or anything like that. That's all there is to that. All right, so we've got 3 people to play Pavo Dissension, the ground one. Those of you who aren't aware which one that is, let's see. Put that one there. And
the internet's not liking me today.
Yeah, I've had a few problems today.
I honestly think that the whole pandemic thing managed to achieve a feat that many people thought was physically impossible.
Oh?
Making the internet itself ill. Like, physically ill. Yeah, basically it's just like a lot of parts of the internet are functionally overworked these days. That's all.
I don't know that it'd make an ensign lower decks because it's still an ensign. Maybe we should rename one of the holdings to lower decks or something like that. All right, anybody else? Well, I haven't done this with the new Kamarki set, so this should be interesting.
Got mine going too.
Okay. If you guys are ready, I will launch this one. Oh, there it is. It's right up front. Yay. Unless you want to do advanced or some... Well, it's already on regular. Regular okay?
Fine.
Okay.
I mean, regular just means that we can do a 3-man split and get done.
Oh, yeah.
Quickly.
Well, you get a big enough team, or good enough team, you can do a 3-man split even on advanced. Just have somebody who can handle it.
the unbeing to Eric's I worship.
Well, the previous time I did it today, I intentionally went on a path that none of the other people in the pug were going on, and soloed it in about the same amount of time it took them to map theirs.
Yeah. As I said, it really just comes down to how good you are and how good your equipment is.
The trick is something that engineers can do well, and tactical and science less well, is summon pets to distract the Terrans while you place the crystals, and then from there it's the standard murders.
I cannot play games today. It keeps kicking me off today.
I was having quite a few problems this morning too.
Well, because I was also having problems when I was playing another game too, and they kept kicking me off.
Is everybody here? Looks like we're all here. We have Manfred, and we have Ebe.
I kind of suspect that Ebe is a Digimon fan, but I'm really not certain. Because if you look at his account name, it's Breadmon.
Yeah. Oop, too far.
Okay, well, if I can't get online, play a game, I'll see y'all later then.
Okay, it's good to talk to you.
Okay, yeah. I get...
If it changes and you can get online, we'll be on for a bit.
Yeah, I think that person's butt about that.
All right, Celestia, why don't we go under the waterfall?
I'll see y'all later.
All right, take care, Board King.
Bye.
Bye. Oops, somebody came with us.
Apparently no one came with me. Cool.
There's 3 of us over here. We do not need 3 people over here. Dude, you gotta put the crystal down.
Oh yeah, that's where the other guy was. Like, we have 2 1-mans and a 3-man.
Do you need one of us?
No.
I didn't think you did. Oh, I gotta pull my Symphony of Lightning down.
Yeah, see, guys. For this specific character, the build I'm currently using, the distraction I was mentioning earlier is Baul obelisks.
Oh yeah, crystals will do it too.
Just drop Baul obelisks and some other combat pets. And then, I
usually can
Terrans get shot to death while I be with the crystals.
Oh, somebody's got to assimilate.
Oh, that's always fun.
It is with this one. GSQ, is that you with the assimilate? And over here.
No. Oh, get inside. Everybody go. Let everybody go.
Everyone disappeared.
Oh, there's Mom.
Yep, I'm over here.
Oh, there's now a second player attempting to help me.
Aw, that was nice of them.
Also, he's assimilating people.
Well, that's good. Well, make friends.
Oh, it's Manfred.
Oh, well, he was over here.
Guess he decided that you didn't need his help.
Or he got killed and just decided to go that direction because he didn't remember where he was.
I don't think he got killed. I think he just got
On normal, I wouldn't think so. Yeah, it would be boring.
He's going to get even more bored trying to kill things faster than my obelisks do.
Oh, I'm having fun with my little purple symphony. Poor Terran reinforcements. Bye, guys. Go get him, boy. Oh, I shall go, boy. Oh, go get him. Go chew on him. Hey, Star Trek Pirate, how are you doing? Thank you for the comments on the video, by the way. It's very nice of you. Am I the only one who notices it's really weird that the Pavo crystal, when you plant it, comes right up your butt?
I mean, the exact placement is seemingly centered on your character model, yes.
Wow, that was nice.
Well, it's something I noticed a long time ago is that when the game gets confused about where to put something, a lot of the time it'll just put it on what is functioning the 0 point on your character model.
Well, I wouldn't mind, but you know, it makes it difficult to walk some days. Oh, that was well timed. Symphony went off just as everybody landed.
I have no idea what Eve's doing, but apparently quite a lot.
Yeah. I presume he's Region 5, most likely? Because we're almost done.
Yes.
But there's 2 of us, so...
Oh, mine's done.
And ours is done. And we're off to join the Spire. We're off to join the Spire.
Oh yeah, another thing I noticed that's an interesting design decision on the new event armor is that it has a passive stat that's a run speed boost.
Yes, yes. But will it work when you're just wearing it, i.e. what we can do with the CQC? I think it's the CQC?
Well, my thought is winter event races.
Yeah, that's of course. That's where my brain goes all the time.
Every passive stat I've ever seen... Well, that was a very, very quick way to get rid of those guys.
No, what the heck? I was here. He's got that. Hello, hello.
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 Hi, hi. I can't see what that was. Whoever just made noise, thank you.
That would be me.
Oh, hi. How are you doing?
I'm not having the best day.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm in Chicago with my makeshift everything. And by the time I'm not at my regular desk. I had to kind of figure out where to put the microphone and the camera and all that stuff because I brought a lot of it, but I actually had to work today, so got up at 4 to unload all the equipment, start hauling it upstairs, and just get it set up enough to do the show.
Yeah, when you have 5 people on a single point, this is
What else are we going to do?
Yeah, I know. You know what? I'm going to ring the spire with my obelisks. because the range on those things will hit things everywhere.
So you're going to go around the center of the spire? Or
Yeah.
okay. Well, let's see.
Also, it's really funny seeing the cutscene when the elite Terrans beam in when you have a bunch of turrets here.
If I don't get so involved that I've got time to mentally get ready for the game, I will go down and set everything up around the central spire and just watch them all go boom. Let's see, Star Trek Pirate. I do not have a splash of purple hair. I have a lot of purple hair. Purple, pink, and blue. Thank you very much. That
wasn't
wasn't
functionally guarding the platform on the south side because nobody else came down to the south side.
okay. Hang on a second.
Oh well,
I can go down there.
that's fine. No, it's fine. I don't really.
Sure. And there's two of us here. It's Celestia.
I mean, if you have nothing better to do.
I was going to say Celestia clearly knows what she's doing. Let's see.
So you're obviously the last ditch effort of what someone should do. Oh god, today's been just crappy. I apologize if I'm.
Hold on, we were on the south one. Are you sure you mean the south one?
Whichever one is that little ledge on.
Okay,
that,
yeah.
Usually only has one person.
The west
driving
one. Yeah, no worries. It's west. The one I'm running past and going up, right? This one here.
Yeah, that
Yes, no worries. It does take some of the fun out of it. Just be murder, death, kill here.
I mean, that's the entire reason why I like using assimilation builds for this, is because you're like, haha, the Terrans wish they were going to die. Or something
Oh,
like
shoot.
that.
Just getting ready to head down there.
And I didn't get my placement right. We barely even saw the obelisks.
Oh, I can see the obelisks.
I meant in the cutscene.
No, you couldn't see them.
It's just like a little piece of one of them on the far right side was visible, and that was it.
Wow, that was pretty fast.
Yeah. Well, yeah. When the mini bosses spawned, they just got completely face stomped. It's like, nope, you're not allowed to be here. Bye.
We have new toys. And they're from you guys. Ha 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 ha. Well, that was fun.
I remember doing this the first time with you guys a long time ago.
It's pretty easy with a decent team. It's
Yeah,
super easy with a decent
people
team.
who know how to do the whole purifying crystals mechanic. As long as you have a team of people who understands how that works, this is cakewalk.
Yeah.
Why are you walking on cake?
Because it's easy and it's squishy and you get the icing between your toes, Frost. That's
Very
so good. Hey, Alpha.
Unlike sand, which is coarse, rough, and irritating and gets everywhere.
Everywhere. Yes. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's probably too much information. I don't really need to know that much about that, but that's Anakin for you. I'm going to grab something to drink. I'll be right back. Hey, Sue first. No, I was just coming down to get some more water. Yes, I know.
Yeah, it's like times when that goes badly is always because of the fact that you had people who were just standing around shooting Terrans and not actually getting anything done.
Which seems to be half the case in the one I'm in right now.
See, the thing about this with pugs, though, is that if you have one guy who's just standing around shooting Terrans and you're following along behind him and placing crystals, kind of works out okay.
Kinda, sorta.
It's less efficient than having everyone doing things properly, but you can at least use the other guy's distraction or something.
Use them as human shields or whichever species shields they happen to be.
Sure.
Meat shields.
There we go, meat shields.
It's nice and generic. Excuse me.
My
Ooh.
favorite glass
Echo.
cannon ever.
Which is?
DT got me into a surgical strikes build,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
and it's a lot of fun to play, but 2 hits I'm dead.
Yeah, that would be it.
Glass cannon is hell, so I've got to rework some skills in order to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I like my tank. It doesn't have a ton of DPS, but it'll sit there in a firefight for a long time. Okay, who wants, needs, would like to do what?
I don't even know what that phrase meant.
Okay, is there anybody who needs to do an event or an endeavor?
I
I
will
need to-
have both events to do on my account as soon as I'm done with this account I'm
Okay.
babysitting.
We
I
can
need lots of Voth.
we can do that. Ground or space?
Both.
Oh, battle zone or any place?
The 5 ships are in the battle zone. The other ones are anywhere.
Okay. So you have Voth ground. How many?
20.
Oh, easy, easy.
Well, all of these are easy. That's not the point.
Always easy. They're usually easy.
You can even take on Tzenkethi with this person.
Yeah, I have to do Tzenkethi ground, but in the mission, there's only 60 of them through the whole thing. You can come in here, Fifi. Fifi. She doesn't want to be on camera.
He's scared of cameras.
She'd eat it if she knew what it was. Oh, it looks tasty. All right, let me grab
She's
some.
talking to somebody else other than her, so I mean that's got to make her like stuff.
With cats, a lot of the time, if you're just sitting at the computer, then the cat will just like happily sit in your lap and stare at the computer screen.
Fifi weighs 70 pounds, and while she would be very happy to sit in my lap, I would not be able to walk for days because my legs would be numb. It's a lot of dog.
Yeah, that can be an issue, sure.
Sounds
Yeah.
like complaining to me.
I love her.
Dogs sometimes will just like sit next to you and basically do the same thing, just not sit on you.
Well, when the hellspawn is here, she usually sits in my lap, but she weighs 6 pounds. It's a little different than the large and beloved Fifi.
So I have to. Supposedly there is a fix. No one like notified me or anything, but I've been told that there is a fix for
that episode.
I tried it last week.
Okay, what was that they actually did it?
Yeah, that the
Okay, hang on a sec.
The pods can't be destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, logically, they should have plot immunity until they become plot relevant.
Yeah, well, they were not immune to anything. They were dying as fast as they landed.
Yeah,
And that was the
seems like
problem.
bug.
Okay,
only 2 of them could be destroyed. The other 2 couldn't.
well, they got destroyed by somebody else before we got to them. We've had an unexpected crash of PC servers, working to get them back up now. Thanks for your patience. That was 3 hours ago. Let's see what the patch notes for today are.
I saw it mentioned as a known issue in the patch notes, but it didn't necessarily say it was fixed.
That's what they're saying on
Yeah, it's still showing that it's a known issue if the drop pods are destroyed before they land. So that's the issue you've got. But no, it doesn't say that it was fixed.
Oh.
They're
Okay.
saying it was fixed on Reddit. Just take
Let's
that
see.
with a grain of salt.
Also, it's possible that it's an intermittent bug and that it doesn't necessarily happen every single time you try to play the mission. Also, Augie posted a picture on Twitter of what's apparently a new bug that is causing Battle of Corfez to spawn ridiculous numbers of Avatar.
Wow.
They are such a pain. Let's see.
Let's see here. How many different Vadwar ships are in this one screenshot? Jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
37.
18, 19, 20. Okay, that one blob in the middle, I can't count that.
Okay, it does occasionally come through on Revelations where it works, but this guy says it took him 3 days before he did it.
Well, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have 3 days to put into this, but
Honestly, trying it multiple times and hoping to get lucky is an option. But yeah, this picture Ogby posted, 50 Vadwar ships seems somewhere in the ballpark of the actual number that he's seeing. Yeah.
Let's see. Getting back to Revelations. After I promised pods. After I activated the fourth console and received the call from Bellis, I told my NPCs to wait by the console, over there where they were fixing it with 7, so they would not be involved in the fight. They were destroying 1 to 2 of the pods before they came down, so leaving them far away stopped that from happening. So next time we try it, let's try just parking the NPCs off at one of the consoles. Don't call them back at all.
Also, when you're doing it in a two or more players, there is a combat NPC that follows whoever's the team leader.
Okay.
And having the team leader stand in the corner with the bridge officers would probably be helpful.
Okay.
Too, because
yeah, that could be it.
One character is a combat capable NPC.
Ooh, and you have to restart the mission from scratch if you're getting this bug. Otherwise, the NPCs will destroy the same number of pods each time. Yeah, so you have to do the whole thing. Yeah. Fortunately, it's not that bad of a prelude to that point. It's relatively short. Yeah.
Warp in, shoot a few ships or something.
All right, so Talia's here to damage us severely. Galaxy Star Queen. Dog. What do you call a side dish made by a French-Canadian Sith Lord that is your friend?
Oh dear. What?
It would be pal poutine.
that's painful.
So Talia, the problem is that poutine is definitely not a side dish. Poutine is dinner.
Poutine is a main course.
And then some. And dessert if you do it right.
True.
What is wrong with you people?
What, you don't like poutine?
I don't have a problem with poutine. I wouldn't eat it for dinner.
Why not? It's delicious.
Because it's just cheese and gravy.
No. It can have other stuff. It's got French fries and cheese and gravy. And meat.
I mean, me
totally different.
Me personally, I actually consider a properly made meatloaf to be a, full dinner. Granted, one or two sides to go with it.
I like meatloaf. I like meatloaf. My family doesn't.
I say all that when I dismantle the shish kebab and made sandwiches out of them.
You could do that. I've done that, and that's why I make homemade pita, and then you just fold it up and a little sauce.
I actually once annoyed one of my cousins by taking a package of hamburger and just dumping it into a baking tray and baking the package of hamburger.
It's not meatloaf.
I know. I didn't mix in any seasonings, but what actually came out was something that you could just slice into, burger size.
Well, yeah. Yes, because that's kind of what it would be.
You need to remind me. I've got to cook for you guys when I'm there in
Okay.
Vegas.
Well, I have the place for you guys. If it's you, Board King, and DT, if one of you drops out, then it'll be whoever's there and me. But I've got myself a hotel room for the moment, so...
You're expecting one of us to drop out?
No, I'm not. But I couldn't get a 4-bedroom for a reasonable price, so I thought I'd just get the 3-bedroom. Then you 3 can stay there. And if we have a hotel room right there, because I'll be at the Paris, that means we can just take all the equipment up to the hotel room, lock the door, and we can just go have fun and not have to worry about putting stuff in the car and taking it up to the hotel or to the condo and all that stuff.
Isn't the event at the Rio though?
No, it's at Bally's.
And I will be staying at Bally's as well.
I couldn't get a room at Bally's. That may change as this progresses, but we'll see.
Wow, that's.
I also.
If I had known this like a month ago, I could have gotten things for everybody.
No, I looked a month ago. Believe me.
No, if I had known you were having problems a month ago.
Oh, okay.
Because I have agent friends that can help me out with that.
Well, we can. If you can do something, let me know, because we can get the reservation on the condo changed.
By now, there's no point.
Yeah.
You have to do it 2 months beforehand, and we are nearing that window right now.
Yeah, we are at the 2-month point. It's the end of August. We actually have about 10 weeks to go. Hey, if you want to put out a feeler, we've got a place for sure at least. And if we can change it, great, no worries. If we don't, we've got a place for sure.
Well, I got to figure out how to send somebody money for this, because I have no idea how to. I mean, I don't know whether it's Venmo or whether it's PayPal or how.
I can do PayPal, and I'm the one who paid for it. But let's wait till we've got everything committed, and then we can figure out the money.
Okay. Because I'm in the middle of that thing that I was talking to you and DT about.
Mm-hmm.
It had some progression.
Oh, sweet.
But it's still, at this point in time, much ado about nothing.
Yeah, I know how that goes.
There's too many balls in the air to make a concrete decision on any of it.
Yeah. Okay, Abram interrupts with, the best poutine is an Eggs Benedict poutine. Hash browns, scrambled egg, bacon bits, and hollandaise sauce. That sounds revoltingly delicious. But the best poutine is French fries cooked in duck fat with shredded duck on top, cheese, and brown gravy. Oh, yeah.
That sounds like something I've never tried, but would be interested in.
French fries cooked in duck fat are sublime.
That sounds like proper chips at that point.
Yeah. Tastes like it, too.
Well, one of the most interesting ways I've seen people, and delicious ways I've seen people serve meatloaf, is generally just slicing it and putting it in bread.
Yeah. Okay, so my meatloaf is equal portions ground beef and Italian sausage, breadcrumbs, egg for binder, seasonings, mush it up, form it into a loaf, bake it, let it cool. Once it's cool, then you slice it up and there's your sandwiches. Or reheat it, pan fry it to get nice and crispy on the outside, and that and some mash. So good.
If you want crispy, there's much better ways to do that.
Than frying something?
If you want it crispy, there are better ways to do that.
Like
Instead
what?
of using eggs.
Well, the eggs are the binder.
Butter, you use butter and what was it called? Sauce flour.
Yeah, but the purpose of the egg and
One
the breadcrumb is to provide a binder, so it gives it a little bit of protein, to kind of hold everything together.
The butter and the Wonder will do that as well.
I will give that a try.
It's how I actually do a lot of my frying. I don't like using eggs outside of the main part of the dish, and I like using it in some of the ground beef, just because it gives it a little bit of a caramelization.
Mm-hmm.
But you can use, like I said, butter and flour will do just the same job, and it's not nearly as much cholesterol in it.
Well, considering I've just put Italian sausage and ground beef into it, the one egg for 2 pounds of meat is not going to do a huge thing to the cholesterol. That is the least of my worries at that point.
I mean, a little bit of egg is perfectly fine.
And you could actually get away with just using the egg yolk, the egg white for the binder. But I mean, if you're going to do it, the butter or the fat is so good. But then Julia Child used to say the best hamburgers would be roughly a pound of fairly lean beef, call it 85-15 beef, and then for every pound of meat, you add 2 tablespoons of butter to increase the fat, and it's just got that texture to it. Satalia says, or excuse me, GSQ says, this is going to be a foodie place. Nope, that was Satalia who said this is going to be foodie. Yes. Okay, so we have, a TFO domination from Galaxy Star Queen. Okay, GSQ, let's do it. What do you, we will team up and then she's going to pick, she wants to do a bug hunt. Okay. Well, we can do all of this. But let's do your Voth first and then we'll do bug hunt. So let me team up with you, Frost. Would anyone else like to join us for a little romp through the Solanae Dyson Sphere?
I've got the name of the character is Z.
I already sent you an invitation.
This character is literally 2 days old.
Anyone else for a little ground and space in the Dyson Sphere?
I think I'm done for the day, actually.
No worries.
I can help it.
Great. As I was saying, I got up at 4 this morning, Chicago time. Yeah, 4 Chicago time, which is 5 my time. So really not that much earlier than normal. But I'm feeling it. I'm just like, ugh. But I wasn't here yesterday, so I'm here today. Alpha, you want to join us?
No, thank you.
Okie dokie. Anybody else?
The Dyson Sphere.
All right, let's go hit the Dyson Sphere. Then we're going to go do bug hunt after that.
Oh crap! I gotta.
Abram wants to know what the Dyson Sphere is. Let me show you what the Dyson Sphere is. Okay, do you know what a Dyson Sphere is, first of all? I mean, you guys, I know what a Dyson Sphere is. Abram, do you know what it...
The original concept was actually just a whole bunch of orbiting space stations, but Star Trek, the writers were inspired and decided to go another step beyond that.
Well, yeah, but the guy who hypothesized it was Freeman Dyson, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, Freeman Dyson.
Well, okay, he popularized the idea. I don't think he's necessarily the person who originated it, but whatever.
Well, popularly, he originated it. That was Fifi, who just left. I'll have to change the camera so you can appreciate her smallness. So, you take a star, and you take all the matter that is in the solar system around it, and use that to make a shell around the star. Star in the middle. And that way, every surface has got maximized solar exposure. So, you should have, well, whatever your distance is. Assume it's 1 AU. And I'm not going to do the math as to how much space that would be, or how much ground space that would be. I'm sure somebody can do it.
Well, the part where it gets ridiculous is when you attempt to calculate the mass of the amount of matter required to create a shell like that.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
Even if it's like half an inch thick for the most part, it's ridiculous.
It'd have to be more than half a foot. Okay, a spherical Dyson sphere in the solar system with a radius of 1 AU, so the interior surface would receive the same amount of sunlight as Earth does per unit solid angle, would have a surface area of approximately 2.8 times 10 to the 17th kilometers squared, or 550 million times the surface area of the planet? Let's see where that one goes.
I think that sounds like they're saying that so several million times the surface area of the Earth.
Yeah, that sounds about right. They're saying 550 million, so yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, with the shell variant, it would receive roughly the power consumption of humanity in 1998 times 33 trillion. So, I mean, there's pretty good energy availability there.
Yeah, well, one thing that a lot of people are quick to point out with this is that the actual amount of energy that is emitted by the sun that we actually capture for useful work is
Hey, Mom, would you mind inviting Raul?
insignificant
no
in
problem.
modern society.
I think we'd be covered easily. So then we get into the concept of the ring worlds, which are, rather than doing a sphere, you do a ring. And a little bit easier to construct. A little bit less material.
The thing with the rings also is that since it's actually orbiting the star, you don't need to do the fancy hyperphysics to keep it from collapsing.
Yeah, there is that too. Okay, so Abram, this is where we go for Dyson Sphere. So I'm on New Romulus right now. Probably not the best tune to take, but we're taking her anyway.
The TFOs in the Dyson Sphere are centered on preventing the Voth from controlling it.
Right.
But it's basically mostly just like territorial conflict, with a logical rationale behind it because of the fact that A, the Voth are our enemies at this point in the story, and B, well, it's a very valuable resource, not just a toy.
Okay. So here's New Romulus.
Yeah, of orbiting space stations.
Huh?
Where did you get the idea of orbiting space stations?
What do you mean?
You said that the original idea for the Dyson Sphere was an orbiting space station.
Well, see, it was referred to as a Dyson shell, not a Dyson sphere, in Freeman Dyson's explanation of how he thought it would be useful. And
well, he took it directly from Olaf Stapleton's book, The Star Maker, in which he had gauze of light traps, which focused the solar energy for intelligent use. So it wasn't actually he didn't come up with the Dyson Sphere. It was actually come up with, but it was originated by somebody else.
Pretty shit.
Okay, let me jump back into the game here. So this is the Dyson.
Regardless, the card shows scale, and that's the important part.
This is the Dyson Sphere in the game.
yeah, when you pan up, you see the star, and then you look at the horizon, you realize that it's just wrapping around the star.
So you can just make out these lines, which you have to imagine that everything continues up and around to the top. So this is all like surface area, even though it looks like we're just on the ground map. The whole ground map goes around. If you ever have seen Ring World, they describe it because you can see the arc of the ring coming up around them so that they can see where they're going. And you get the weirdness of there's water on angles and over your head. And you're always on the bottom. And there's always something around you.
Design-wise, it was very clever of them to put those big white ridges separating pieces of the ground from each other, because putting those white ridges going above the horizon really sells the whole like it wrapping around thing.
Yeah. It's not a fleet thing, Abram. It's a regular mission. Series of missions, actually. In the game, in the episodes, it is right here, Solanae Dyson Sphere. And it's right after you finish New Romulus. So there's a series of really interesting stories in here. Sphere of Influence, which really introduces you to getting there. You do a nice story, and you get taken over to the Dyson Sphere. And then you have a couple of smaller, very easy, not stories as much as kind of missions to learn about it. Then there's a couple of solo stories, a couple of decent ones, but there's not a lot there. But the thing is, in the course of doing this, you get invited to play in this map here. And you can do this solo, you can do it with fleet, you can do it with teams, which is what we're doing now. You said you had to do ground first?
I gotta do like a space and ground.
Okay, so let's do ground first, if that's okay with you.
Give me a second, I have to get there.
Okay. So we're going to jump down. Essential game, hi. So excuse me for constantly peering over there, but I've got a small laptop and big 32-inch curved monitor, which is very nice, but it's messing up my brain. Alright, so we're going to go down to the ground one first. So, this is the ground map. This is just a portion of it. But this is where we're going to be fighting. This blue section up in the upper left-hand corner is called the park. One where the big white circle. That is the outskirts. And the one to the right is the city. And each of the little quadrants in there is a different battle scenario. And there's 3 different ones that you get to play. And your general mission is kill the Voth. And how many do you have to kill? 20?
20.
Okay, so within this, there's a couple of small little missions you can pick up for extra points. And then at the end of it, you get to kill the dinosaurs. Okay, where do you want to go? Okay, you're going that way. So Celestia, he's running over here.
Dinosaurs with frickin' laser beams.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing.
Laser beam
There we
attached to
go.
their head.
There we go. There's my dinosaur with the frickin' laser beam. All right, where did you go, Frost?
I have to go left.
Okay. Oh, so was this artillery? No, it's not. So there's different missions going on, or different things going on here. In this particular one, there's a device that's going from one side to the other. It is your job to keep it going, while protecting it from the Voth who are trying to make it go back. They've got mech warriors that drop in on you. The Voth are these dino-looking guys over here. And the Kumarki said it's going to make this a bit of a route for a while, but that's okay.
I have to say, going to the Voth ground battle zone is, for me, actually one of the easiest ways to do the Captain Kills endeavor.
It can be, yeah, if you hit it right, because
The trick is knowing how to find the mini-boss NPCs that are wandering the zone, and hunt them down and murder them because they're all captain-level NPCs.
that's true,
Or you
but
can just do captain and there's
So-
8 of them there. Or
there's
there,
some of the
all
mech
captain.
warriors. Yeah, Holmes got them. Those mech
Oh, I
warriors,
know,
half
I
of them
know, I
count.
But I like doing the ground battle zones just simply because of the fact that it
What are you? The guy's not dead. Wow. Well, hello.
yeah.
I smushed him. I smushed his face.
We should do a proper run of the entire battle zone down here one day. And go for all the little caches while we're at it. The data cache.
Ooh, there's an accolade associated.
There
with
is
that.
an accolade, yeah.
That's an accolade I still haven't gotten on any of my characters.
That's why I was thinking we should do it one night.
Tick off my list.
People are shooting at me.
Well, shoot back.
Bad kitty.
Seriously, dude?
Oh yeah, that's right. When they do the mech summon power, the NPC who summons the mech becomes invulnerable, but you can actually kill the mech while it's dropping out of the sky.
Last generator coming down here. Once you get all of the whatever in a zone, there's usually a big boss at the end here. A lot of times they don't even make it to the ground, which is kind of fun.
Oh yeah, the bridge officers will target them as soon as they spawn.
Yep.
And because bridge officers targeting doesn't work the same way player targeting does.
Anybody need any Voth glue? Because we just made a whole bunch.
Ooh. Straight south, that's going to fall in a moment.
Yes, because if you have a large enough team doing the that particular point you guys just captured, it will actually have captain rank mech suits come down. But if you solo it, it's commander rank mech suits.
Yeah.
And these ones where you stand in the circle while the timer ticks down,
I hate those.
they will have captain rank mechs show up periodically to try to push you out of the circle.
Yep, they do that.
So that's actually a pretty good way to farm the captain kills too.
I'm just curious, will that take him out of space? Nope. So you can't use Symphony on the Swarmers, it won't work.
Yes, swarmers are very special NPCs.
Yes, they are. Okay, so this little amphitheater space right up here that I've run to is one of the places where the giant dinos will spawn.
Eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
You guys are about 50%.
I know,
so.
I know. Just wanted to change one thing up here. What did I want to put in here that's not in here? Turn knife, no. I'm missing one of my toys. What am I missing? Maybe I'm not missing a toy.
It can shoot me, but I can't shoot it. That's crap.
Oh, we'll go down here. So the city status over here is telling you roughly where you are when, and total battle zone. Total battle zone, we're at about 60%, 70%, somewhere up there. When it gets to about 100, about 95, run for the dinos.
I got my kills, by the way.
Oh, good. Then we'll go up and do space. Been looking for a data cache around here. There's one. Let's do this one. I'll show you the data cache. Of course, if you're sitting here on this thing and you've got the right type of tune and properly equipped, you can put a medical generator and a shield generator and just kind of sit here and not worry about things zapping you from space.
Oh yeah, because one of the mini bosses actually does use orbital bombardment on
Yes.
you, and if he hits you, that hurts.
Yeah.
Then there's Rex Bazratat, who doesn't have any special fancy abilities at all, none whatsoever. He just tries to bite your head off.
So that guy counts as a captain. The Polyonics. The Ceratopsids, these other ones over here, are the equivalent of a commander.
Let's catch Dino.
Oh, wow.
Anybody
So-
want a Velociraptor?
Oh, I got one, thank you very much. Brought one with me.
I don't know. Does it have metal bits in it?
At this point in time, I don't think you're going to be able to tell because it's mostly melted.
I want to get a
Doesn't
Velociraptor
sound edible.
plushie and put armor on it.
I'm sure they exist.
They don't. I've been looking for them. I can get the Velociraptor plushie. But they look cute as opposed to... They're supposed to look scary.
Well,
So-
I mean, Utah Raptors are pretty
Yeah,
pretty
but-
scary looking.
Yeah, but it's hard to find a plushie of them. Ooh, he is tough today.
And they're starting to suggest that perhaps Utah Raptors are actually juvenile Allosaurus.
Really.
So they're, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how they're getting to that particular conclusion, but that is what some people are saying. Do not get a subscription to Google Scholar, because they will send you stuff all the time. And it's
No, Google sends you stuff all the time? Seriously? Who would have thought?
well, I mean, you have to have a credentials at a university in order to access most of the things in Google Scholar. But once you do, you get stuff from that university and Google all the time about new things that are coming out, and you can go. There's a process where you can become a peer reviewer and all these different.
Oh, that's nice.
And the list is absurd, but it's still cool. And I mean, you have to show that you've got like at least 7 years experience in this area, and you have to have several cited papers of your own and all these different things. Like, I don't think it's worth it for you essentially not to get paid for reviewing somebody else's work.
Yeah, that's one of those things with some of those is that you have to stop and ask yourself, it's like, what am I doing and why?
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's a critical part of any scientific endeavor, and I see the value of it.
There's the cash.
But the least they could do is like pay you for it, you know?
It's one of those things where you understand the value of this endeavor being taken. It's just you don't understand what the value of it benefiting yourself.
So speaking of caches, I'm sitting on one of the caches, or standing on one of the caches. I think there's one at most, but not all, of the battle zones.
If you push V to scan, it'll usually point you to those caches. Or if you're in one of the places where you need to push a button to make a mission objective happen, push to that, point to that. Wait, it's not pointing to the cache? Ah.
We're at 90%. Do I have time to go get one more? I'm not going to wait. I'm going to go sit up here and camp.
Where are you guys?
I'm at
Just
I'm at the camp. The city camp.
Okay. I gotta figure out where that is.
If I'm looking at you right correctly,
I see it.
go south and hang a west.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just about at 9. It's 95%, 99. Here they come. Run! So these are the giant dinosaurs.
Mom's gonna kill him before we get there.
No. I'm gonna
Just
kill.
because.
I'm gonna kill the Voth first. Don't worry. Okay, so much for the medics. Now we can kill the dinosaur. I'll back up here so you can appreciate him. And yes, he shoots little lasers out of his little device on his head.
Ow! No stepping on me. This is a no-touchy zone.
It's really fun when somebody hits him with the nightmare one. What is that one? Illusion of Nightmare? Nightmare device.
Oh, I think it's one of the ones from the winter event
Right.
that's themed on the Fekleri.
Yes.
Collective Nightmares.
Collective Nightmares. And then it'll suddenly spawn into this huge monster.
It just changes the character model used for the enemy. It doesn't change their abilities or what they do. It's amusing as heck when you see it used on one of those, because you have this rather large Fekleri suddenly appear on the screen.
Well, apparently the only one left is the park, and I don't think I'll get there in time.
You never know.
Yeah, I'm not wearing my snow boots. Yep, got it. All right. So if you get all 3 of them, everybody gets it, even if you don't do it yourself. It's 5 implants and like 2,100 dilithium. It's a nice amount of dilithium.
You actually get slightly more dilithium if you manage to attack all 3 of the.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they've lived long enough for that to happen.
You basically need to have the players in zone collaborate.
Yeah.
Because there are players such as myself who can solo V-Rex before you can get to it if you're running from the other side of the park.
Yeah, park to city is really hard to run that distance. The transporter to the outskirts puts you right by the spawning camp. So it's pretty nice. So we wanted to go up and do 5 Voth ships, correct?
That would be, yes.
So the easiest way is just beam up.
Just leave battle zone.
Yeah. If you beam up to ship, it should put you in the Voth zone, not the Undine zone. And there we are.
Yep.
So this is the space part, Abram. And there's actually 3 areas to space. They all have their own accolades. And rather than there being a concerted battlefield effort here, there's different projects you can get. So let me see if I can find one here. On the map, you'll see little targets points, and each of them is a certain number of ships. And then there's a couple that just float by. So let me see if I can find my favorite one. I know they're usually right over here. Somebody else may have gotten them already. Where are you?
We're following the crazy lady with strange colored hair.
I was looking for the named ships. They're usually right around here.
Yeah, this is about the areas.
One up here.
But is it a named ship? Ah, here we go. There we go. We just triggered the big fight. So about every 10 to 15 minutes, there will be a large battle zone that appears. And you get 4 big ships and a whole bunch of support vessels that'll come in.
Oh
Watch
yeah,
how fast this guy drops.
it's a actual like mission sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you do get rewards for
Oh, yeah.
just sticking around to make sure the entire Voth fleet gets in.
He got broke.
Into many, many, many little pieces.
And coincidentally, that was the last one I needed from them.
Perfect. Well, let's get the rest and get this. And then we're going to go do bug hunt.
Bugs.
Bugs, yeah. So if you do the battle zone, which I'm going to jump over to just for a moment when we're done here. Because in addition to the Voth thing, which was what we're doing right now, there's also an Undine battle zone, also in the Dyson Sphere. Did we get everything?
It's conceptually basically the same, is that the Undine are there because they want to use it as a staging area to attack the Alliance.
But the setup is where this one is kind of more unstructured. I mean, when you control the 4 levels, then this thing will spawn. That's usually around every 10 to 15 minutes if there's enough people here playing it. Bright light.
Also, if what from what I recall, there were originally going to be 3 zones for the Solanae Dyson Sphere: the Allied Zone, the Contested Zoning Voth Zone, and the
Which technically...
they weren't able to get the Voth Zone done in time for the content drop that it was going to come for, so they kind of adjusted it and recycled it into the Undine Zone.
that makes...
I heard there's actually an accolade that, while completable, requires you to do something that you can't see.
Which one is that?
Okay, there is an accolade in each of the zones for flying under the central spire of the zone.
You will get it, but you don't know that you got it sometimes. I mean, it'll tell you that you got it, but you don't know what you did to get it.
The one in the Undine zone doesn't look like you're flying under anything. It's basically just like a random location you have to fly through, and it gives you an accolade for it.
Okay, so let me get out of the battle zone here. I'm going to unteam and then we can reteam for the bug hunt. Okay, so that was the ground. That was the Voth contested. There's also more of an allied zone, which is where you normally land, which is where we are right now. Allied zone.
Wolfie decided that her brain is farting.
Oh
That's
no!
a very strange thing to do.
It is. So then there's also what's called the space battle zone, which is the Undine battle zone. Which also has Voth in it, but not consistently. So this one is very similar to what you've got on the ground. Oh! Planet killers! Woot, 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 woot. If anybody wants to join me for some planet killers.
Yes.
I'm here.
I mean, if you really want to get a huge number of Voth ship kills fast, the end phase on this is really good for that.
Yes, it is. If you look out and you hit it.
I don't think they actually count as like the proper kill Voth ships in the Dyson sphere thing.
Yes, it does.
Sure. It does? Okay.
Yeah, it does. It's still the Dyson sphere. I mean, it's really nice when it happens. So after you've completed the maps here, it's the same thing as with the other one. There's like 7 zones, maybe a few more. And each one has a slightly different mechanic. Then, when all those are captured, the planet killers appear.
Doing the Terran Badlands is actually a really good training for this.
Yes, same concept. You can only damage the planet killer by firing at him, because he's shielded. So you have to kind of fire in his mouth, which is where he will get you right back.
I mean, it really doesn't hit that hard because of the fact that it doesn't fire more than once every few seconds, and a lot of time your shields just regenerate between times it hits you.
Not so much in the first few days of it. And looking at the numbers, everybody's up in the upper left-hand corner.
I am on my way to Undine.
Mine is gone.
Well, grab one of the other ones.
Just said no to the planet killer.
Oh, so you got an accolade out of it?
Yep.
I mean, if you
Nice.
haven't done this before, it gives you that.
Oh, that's right. It's a relatively new character form.
I mean, because I'm literally not sure. I would have to check to see which of my characters have done the planet killers in the Dyson sphere, because on several of the characters I just didn't bother to go to the Undine zone because I just didn't need to do that.
So once you get to 50%, the dog starts barking. Okay, there
If
we
I had
go.
a dog start barking, I'd be a little concerned. I don't have a dog.
That would be a problem. Oh, there you are. So you get to the 50% mark, and then you have things you have to do.
Which instance are you in? One?
Yeah, I believe so. We are in instance 1. Would you like an invitation so you can join us?
Yes, please.
Okey-dokey.
He dropped him to 50% in like under 5 seconds.
Oh yeah. When people really do try to do a spike kill on the planet killers, you will see them melt. Because again, this is level 50 content from years ago, and people are using level
This used to be
65
endgame stuff,
builds. But, well, basically, it's like this open world zone is functionally the equivalent of playing a TFO on normal difficulty. And then you have people flying around in it with ships that are designed for elite TFOs.
Yeah, and things just disappear. So I'm not getting any Voth coming in to bug me. How interesting.
Well, it's not until we kill this one first. Because you'll be fighting the Undine while these guys are alive.
Okay, you know what I mean. Nobody's coming in right now. It's just me floating around here. Slowly outnumbering the Undine.
Well afraid of you.
They are. They're smart. Now I've got Alpha here, so we're just fine.
Yeah, we just killed the second one.
Okay. Welcome help us on the third. Nothing much was happening on this one.
And she was never heard from again.
There we go. Well,
Where did that huge blast come from?
It's quiet. It's too quiet.
don't tell the dogs that. They'll start barking again. There we go. Now we got some to fight.
Wow. Bless you.
Thank you.
There's a rule here that you're not allowed to explode.
Bright light.
Ooh, that was bright light.
I missed.
You missed the planet killer?
I missed the planet killer. I'm embarrassed.
Hey. Ex-planet killer. And again, nice prizes and a decent amount of dilithium.
The best part about killing those three is the freaking isomorphic injections.
Yep.
Because those things are useful. Some of the dice.
Oh
and stuff is
wow!
pretty-
I
pretty
never
cool.
noticed that before, Mom. When your ship took over 50% damage, your engine trails stopped glowing blue and started turning smoky black.
Ooh, I had noticed that on a different ship. Hadn't noticed it on this one before.
But it's like the same like location that the black smoke is coming from. It's the same smoke same location it normally has the blue energy ribbon coming out of. You know what? I could probably just clip that on Twitch.
Ooh. I got their help.
Destroy all the primates. This sphere will belong to us.
Destroy the primates. Well, they just made an absolute mess of your defenses.
See, one of the things I always find out about this as amusing is that they call everyone primates, but if you look carefully in the whole way Star Trek does like species origins, most of the Alpha Quadrant races aren't primates.
Well, I took it as kind of a general, they all look the same to us type of response on their part. Yeah, they all look like primates.
They're xenophobes.
Well, that is part of their whole deal, yeah.
Xenophobes, the warrior princess?
Yes. Without the weird suggestive language.
Nah, you think?
Oddly Christianized.
Yeah, think? So the best part about this one is the kill count. With a good team with a ton of DPS, I think the best we ever did was 411 in 5 minutes.
You basically have to evaporate them instantly
Yeah.
when they spawn, and then you're waiting for the respawn
Yeah,
timer.
that was
So
the only thing that was keeping it from going higher.
the respawn timer is a functional limit to how many you can actually kill.
Yep. But it was fun. I think Pi was in that one. DT, Ed. And the rest was just pugs. You can have, what, up to 20 here? 15 normally, but you can invite more.
I mean, what's the zone cap? Because like you can literally have however many are in this the zone cap.
Well, it's 15 if they're not invited. It's just 15 randoms. But if you invite people, it can go up above that.
Okay, here I put the clip in Data's gallery.
Ooh, heal, heal. There we go. The nice part about this, though, the best part, is when you get one of the big Voth citadels, and everybody shoots it and it just falls into pieces.
I mean, it warps in and then just suddenly breaks apart, and you're like, huh, what happened to that thing? Because sometimes people will kill it before it even has time to activate its reflective shielding.
There it is. There it is.
Kind of like that.
Mm-hmm. Bye. But sometimes it literally falls in half. Very Star Wars.
Way that those ships have as their death animation is having their hull crack into pieces and stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
That one disintegrated because someone hit it with a dark matter torpedo.
Yeah. Wasn't me on this ship.
Dark matter. Ooh.
But when you have a furball of players in high-level builds, usually someone has one.
I've got it on my torp
you
builds.
need one.
Yeah, we haven't even cracked 100 yet. We are small potatoes today.
You're just slacking, Mom.
There we go.
I know.
102.
Yay.
Yeah, things are dying pretty fast. I mean, it's not exactly insta-gang, but yeah, close. And someone is using a Ryzen torpedo thingies. Or tornadoes.
That would probably be Frost.
I would never do that. Ever. Nor have I ever.
Oh, no, never.
It could be worse. It could be parasitic ice with a tactical cube.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't, that's not fun.
That was
Don't
so.
joke about that.
That was so annoying the other day. Somebody didn't know to use it, and they literally pushed it to the bottom of the map, and we couldn't find it for a while. We almost timed out because we couldn't find it.
There was one run of what was that? The Klingon one that happens in orbit of Urapenthe.
Not to hell with honor. The hell with honor. No, that's the ground one.
It's a space TFO.
Yeah.
Where you're fighting House Mokai.
Right.
That's in orbit of Urapenthe, and you're keeping them from liberating the prisoners.
Yeah, I think that's best served cold.
It is best served cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
One run I did of that, someone managed to somehow get the AI of one of the ore carriers to bug out, and had the ore carrier fly like 100 kilometers outside the normal area.
Oh my God, that's annoying.
The TFO would not end until every single ore carrier is
Destroyed,
So
right.
if one of them is flying off into the hinterlands, yeah, you have to find the freaking thing, even though it's...
How did it get to Germany? Sorry. That's what
It's not Hinterkaifeck.
It's like in Bug Hunt when if you don't get all the bugs because there's one sitting on a shelf, you can at least use an agony field, but you don't have the equivalent.
Well, see, the actual problem here is range.
Yeah.
It's too far away for you to be able to tab target it.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to literally just fly circles around the map until you see a red dot appear.
Let's see if this one will break apart. There we go. No. There, yeah, I can see the dark matter torpedo.
I don't think anything like dark matter.
2525?
Huh?
Dark matter 2525? He's a YouTuber. He's a YouTuber.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I know who you're talking about now. $190.
That's not bad.
What balling is this?
Yeah, but we don't have a big team, so. 3, 2, 1, and 195. And again, more dilithium and more isomorphic injections. Yay! So Joshua says, hi, and how's everyone doing tonight?
We exist, therefore we are. Wait.
Yes.
I'm really not a fan of that guy, but that's different.
Ooh, Descartes.
You don't like to put Descartes before Dehorse?
I was just.
You're going to think about that, weren't you? All right, so we are going to do bug hunt, but I want to switch tunes. Do I want to switch tunes? Yeah, I want to switch tunes. Let me grab somebody else here.
There's a much longer joke I know that uses that as the punchline, involving a horse walking into a bar.
Yeah, I've heard it.
Okay, I can imagine where that one goes. La 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 la. Who do I want to grab here? Not Pinky. Yeah, we'll go old school.
Pinky.
Yeah, Pinky.
Well, see you guys later.
All right, take care,
Good night.
Markman. Have a great night.
I think I'm going to get going as well. I got a few things I got to do.
No worries. We're actually going to do bug hunt, and then I'm going to wrap it for the night too, so I can get some sleep. And
He's gonna rap. You're
Yes.
gonna miss her rapping.
yes, the atonal mom will rap. All right. So make sure you're out of the private teams, and I'll send invites to anybody who would like to do bug hunt.
No, that was mine.
Okay. GSQ, I'm sending you an invite. Frost,
Aye,
Frost, you in for this one?
If you would like.
Sure,
I'm
love it.
happy to,
If
by all means.
if anybody else would like to join us for this,
aye.
let's make sure I've got everything here.
Human Engineering Officer Candidate, otherwise known as Food.
Oh, no, I don't need that one. What do I want?
Do I want a biologist or a quartermaster?
Both are handy. I would say quartermaster, though. That's just me. Anybody else want to join us? You're more than welcome to. We got room for 2 more for a little bug hunt. Last one of the night, though. And I'll see if they're doing a 10 forward tomorrow. Figure out if we're going to do a show tomorrow. And, like I said, I will be here more permanently starting in end of June, middle of July. So we have to decide, do we like this starting time that we've got, or do we want to start an hour later? Because I can go either way. I'll be changing time zones.
Because Indianapolis is like 4 miles from the time zones.
Yeah, it is. It's. I know why they did it, but so Indiana does kind of a for the time zones.
Mhm.
No, did I do that right?
They just needed to be special.
Yeah, yeah. So Gary is on Chicago time zone. GSQ, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, let's get bug hunt going here. Everybody got a green alert?
Yep.
Yes.
Is that a nope or a yep, GSQ?
Sorry, yeah.
Okay. I hear the
My voice is,
sound. No worries.
And you should raid Klingon Pop Warrior. after
Oh, I
it's
will.
over.
I will. We will?
Yep.
You.
Woo in the wee.
We can definitely rate her. I sent her a message about the event, the raffle, the send me the names of the charities you'd like us to try and donate to. We have 13 so far. If we don't,
Including the one I sent you.
we have 14 including the one that you sent me. I'd like to get some more in there so we get a nice fair vote going on. Also so more people are aware of it for when we start doing the raffle. Or the auction, rather.
Not a raffle, you're a raffle.
Welcome to Pariah 3.
Why would I want to go to any planet named Pariah? There's probably a reason it was called Pariah.
Oh, yeah. See? He said welcome. He was nice about it. Let's see. What do I have for toys? Oh, I've got the good toys. We are so good. Let's see. Got
Just in
that
case
one.
we need to see.
Just making sure I've got all the stuff I want. Do one. Let us do this thing.
Boo-ba-doo. I have to admit,
That's a
watched
dead
the-
bug.
I watched the episode 1 of Orville season 3.
Yeah?
It is powerful.
Okay.
It's not something you want to watch if you plan on like doing something later, because that will completely ruin your evening.
Oh.
Agreed.
Then I will definitely watch it when I get home next weekend. Excuse me, this weekend.
I don't want to like give any of it away, 'cause
Don't.
even the
Yep,
smallest bit ruins it. But
Nope, nope. I'm
It is-
patient.
powerful.
Fire in the hole! Obstacle clear.
And then I realized why, when I started watching episode 2, I realized why I stopped watching to begin with.
And I still didn't get him. Amazing. Oh, Celestia's got the AP Herald stick. I can hear it. I can hear the voice. I'm hurt. I'm hurt.
It's my favorite weapon.
But can you hear it saying that?
Yeah, when
Okay.
I have my volume on.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Oh, somebody brought a Horta with. Oh, cute.
That would also be mine.
Oh, so adorable.
Are the servers for Star Trek Online back up?
Ours have been up almost the whole day. Mine only went down briefly this morning, but some, last I heard, were still down. That was 3 hours ago. So maybe
So,
they are aware there's an issue. But it's not across the board, so I'm not sure what the dividing line is.
Yeah, I didn't have any issues.
Okay, because I wound up running into that issue. Like, I was able
know
to sign
Sweet.
in earlier, and
Mhm.
then later on in the day I wasn't.
Well, right after the patch, I couldn't get in. It kept kicking me out, but I had to work, so I
How
was
was
heck with it. And then I came back after
How was
lunch
that?
and was able to get in.
I was
I know
actually
three
able to get it in right after the patch.
yeah. I know 3 hours ago I was kicked out and having problems with the servers.
Why is everything so pink?
Cusco Marky is pretty in pink.
Fire in the hole! Area clear.
You have no idea if the area is clear. The least you can do is know something about explosives before you talk about it.
I'm able to get back in.
Yay!
Completely
For
ionize
all
that area
intents and
right
purposes,
there.
because of the show Star Trek Enterprise, I'm going to be running the Alex class starship.
Be careful. I don't know what's waiting for us at the bottom.
What's waiting at the bottom is bugs. Lots of them.
Bugs. Bugs and more bugs. If you did not expect bugs, you are not paying attention.
I surely wasn't expecting bugs.
Well, I don't know what to say to that.
RTFM? It is bug hunt. Though I suppose that could mean we are hunting for the bugs.
They should make him an orc in uniform and make you wear it.
Good point. I will have to make a dedicated uniform just for doing bug hunt.
According to our scans, there's a tunnel under us. Give me a moment. I'll clear a path.
There's a tunnel under us?
Fire in the hole!
Really?
Watch that first step.
I don't want to. Ah!
Right
I'm
onto the
stewing.
pointy, sprickly things.
I'm
every time.
stewing.
I wonder if we were all Kytians, if we could jump from here to the other side. Just out of
Cation.
curiosity. Those guys.
says it in an episode, so it's
Boy,
Cation.
I know I'd die if I tried it, but it would be fun. Or bioessence transfer to the other side or something, just for fun.
I think I can get us across.
I've got your back. No.
Ah, I've got your nose. I think we're making more of a mess than the bugs did. The poor spawn mother. Oh, she's just going to melt. We should all hit her with the symphony at the same time. And we'll all go, there was a day when this was hard.
I lit the bug on fire in the air.
Ooh.
Are you on your cat
Nothing
tune,
is
Mom?
over.
Am I on a cat tune? Yes, I'm on a cat tune.
I like it.
I like my kitty kitty. I realized she was in my second oldest video, so that goes way, 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 way back. Come on, Vanderveer.
I'm fighting things underground at this point.
Yeah.
I'm
There
being
he goes.
Stepped on by walkers.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
This is it. The center of the hive.
We'll deal with the spawn mother. Because no one else is going to. Okay, I'm going to wait right here so we can all hit her at the same time.
Okay.
Somebody had to start it. Thanks, Mom.
It wasn't me. I stopped right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Save the
See?
beach
Right
for
here.
us. Okay, so this one look at these.
Oh, barely put a dent in her with that. Still, it was a good day.
It was a good day to fly. Wait, we're not flying.
The bugs were flying.
But they didn't have a good day.
No, they didn't have a good day.
Good night, you all.
Good
you
night.
all.
Good night,
Have a
fair
good night.
bugs. And I'm going to log off too as soon as I get out of this place. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe not.
Maybe.
It's just loading. Loading slowly.
Do, 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 do. I'm thinking about watching a movie tonight.
Oh, that would be a good idea. I'm thinking about getting some sleep because I haven't for a couple of days now. So everyone, I know. It's just such a bad habit of mine. And a boss used to say you can sleep when you're dead.
Yeah, that's not a good idea. Okay, so you get some sleep.
I will get some sleep.
What movies are playing because I know there are some up tomorrow that I would like to watch.
All right, everybody.
Yep.
Everyone, have a great evening. We're going to go raid Klingon Pop Warrior, I do believe. Let me get out of here. Let's get out of there. Let's go over to there. If you haven't given Klingon Pop Warrior a little of your love, make sure you do. She's got a lot of people over there tonight, so go listen to her lovely singing and playing. And we will talk to you guys maybe tomorrow morning for sure. So we'll just deal with it tomorrow morning. Ooh, I like that sound. Whoever made that lovely sound, thank you so much. For everybody else, we're going to go raid her. Give her some love. We'll talk to you guys later.
Yay!
Yay!